The Hanging Man. In my town, there's an old road that cuts through a stretch of forest. Most people avoid it at night, not because of accidents, because of an old story. They say that if you drive past the large acacia tree at exactly 1:17 a.m., you'll see a man hanging from one of its branches. And if you stop for him, something happens. I never believed the story. Until one Tuesday night. I was driving home from work when I noticed something in my headlights. A man was hanging from the tree. His body was completely still. I slammed on the brakes. For a few seconds, I just stared. Then I called the police. I told them there was someone hanging from a tree and gave them my location. They arrived about 15 minutes later. 2 officers walked toward the tree. Then one of them shouted, "Sir, stay in your car." They searched the entire area, but there was no body, no rope, nothing. I thought maybe I'd imagined it. Then one officer walked back to my car carrying something, a shoe. He opened the passenger door and placed it on the ground. Found this underneath the tree. I looked at it. It was an old black sneaker. The officer picked it up, then frowned. "It's still warm." I laughed nervously. Maybe someone was just here. He didn't laugh. He told me to go home and avoid the road. So I did. The next day, I took a completely different route home. It added almost 40 minutes to my drive. I didn't care. But after work, I got stuck in traffic. I followed a detour through the forest, and somehow, I ended up on the same road. I looked at the clock. 1:17 a.m. I immediately slowed down. There was the tree. I stared at it. Nothing. I sighed in relief. Then my headlights moved slightly upward. The man was there, hanging from the branch. This time he was wearing only one shoe. I drove away as fast as I could. After that, I stopped driving at night. For several days, nothing happened. I started thinking maybe the whole thing was just exhaustion. Then one Friday, I stayed late at work. By the time I left, it was already past midnight. I took the highway home. No forest, no old road, no tree. I thought I was safe. Then I noticed something hanging from my rear-view mirror. A black shoe. The same kind I had seen beneath the tree. I slammed on the brakes. The shoe swung slowly. I threw it into the back seat. When I looked up, I was parked beside the forest road. I didn't remember turning onto it. And the clock on my dashboard said 1:17 a.m. The tree was directly in front of me. There was no man hanging from it this time. I felt relieved. Then I heard something above my car, a rope creaking. I looked up. Nothing. The road was completely silent, and something hit the roof of my car. Thud. I ran back inside and drove away. I didn't look back. The next morning, I told my coworker about everything. He went quiet. Then he told me his grandmother used to talk about the tree. According to the old story, a man had died there decades ago. Nobody knew his name. But people who saw him would eventually find themselves standing beneath the same tree at 1:17 a.m. My coworker laughed. "It's just an old superstition." I wanted to believe him. That night, I went to sleep early. I woke up sometime later. My room was dark. I couldn't move. Something was pressing against my neck. I tried to breathe, then I realized I wasn't in my bedroom. I was outside. Cold air hit my face. My feet were dangling. I looked down. The ground was far below me. I was hanging from a rope. I tried screaming, but nothing came out. Then I heard an engine. A car was approaching. Its headlights appeared through the trees. The car slowed down, stopped. The driver got out. He looked up at me, then he immediately pulled out his phone. "Hello? Police?" I started kicking my legs. The rope loosened. I fell hard onto the ground. I couldn't breathe. I got up and ran. I didn't even know where I was going. I just wanted to get away from that tree. After a few seconds, I realized something was missing. My shoe. I looked back. One of my shoes was still underneath the tree. I thought about going back for it. Then I heard sirens in the distance. The driver had already called the police, so I kept running. I never went back for the shoe. The police arrived a few minutes later. They searched the tree, but they found no rope, no footprints, no evidence that anyone had been hanging there. Only one thing: a single shoe beneath the tree. And according to the officer who picked it up, it was still warm.